Hello all, Munch here. Welcome to another episode of the FM18 West Ham Save. And good news, we have more dollar. The board have told me now that because we were in such a good financial position, the transfer budget is up to £46 million, which is pretty much what we had at the start of the January, at the start of the summer transfer window. This is good news. It means in January we'll be able to strengthen, and we're probably going to need it, to be honest, because the rotation policy is tough at the moment. From the previous episode, there's only been one game. It was a 1-1 draw away at Goodison Park against Everton. We put a slightly rotated side out, but not by much, to be honest. We took the lead and then we conceded in the 93rd minute after Moise Kean gave us the lead. It was a little bit gutting, to say the least. I think it just shows that maybe, even though the squad's getting better, it's still not really at the level where I can field almost two first-team 11s, if that makes any sense. That's sort of the stage I want to eventually get to, and that's going to take time. We have got players that are young, that are growing and are developing, and they are going to get better as time goes on. But the more games I have now, and the more games, especially away from home, that I'm facing where we're not picking up the wins, the more I realise the positions that we really need to focus on. Obviously, left wing back is number one. We all know that. That is the weakest position. I think another really top quality central defender to go with De Ligt and Oxford would be good. Felix has been brilliant this season. Diop's been complaining about a lack of first team time, which is why I brought him in, and maybe a bit more guile up front and in the midfield I think is necessary. So we have a few places that we really need to strengthen, and I think I've just turned my PS4 on by accident. Today is a big episode. We have a triple header, all very tough games. We've got Tottenham, who are the league leaders and just showing no signs of stopping at the moment. They beat Liverpool 2-0 in their last game, and they're just on fire. Harry Kane can't stop scoring. So we've got Spurs at home, then City at home. They're doing alright in the league, I think. They're not quite where they'd want to be. Yeah, they're down in 10th, which isn't obviously by their standards good enough, but at the same time you kind of feel they'll come on later on in the series. I've noticed that Edison's unhappy. Maybe I can sign him up as a goalie. And then we have the away trip to the Nou Camp to basically dictate who's going to win the Champions League group that we're in. Both of us are qualified. A draw would see us go through, so I don't know whether to play for that or play for the win. We shall see. Without further ado then, because we've got a lot to get through, let's crack on with the Tottenham game. So, here we go. Tottenham at home. They are first, absolutely flying in the league. Actually, let's have a quick look at the division then. Okay, they're 4 points ahead. They've won 11, drawn 1, so they've only dropped, how many points is that? 5 points all season. Jesus Christ, that's impressive. Today we're going to go back to the formation that's really kind of suited us well at home at the moment. It is the 5-2-1-2 with wing-backs. Two Sarts come back in, obviously as the ball-winning midfielder, and he'll sit alongside Danny Drinkwater. Loftus-Cheek is in behind Arpenbrenner. Rebecca and Tete wing-backs with Felix, Oxford and De Ligt as the back three. They've been playing really well together when they have been partnered up, so let's hope that continues. So Spurs line up. How can a side with Alberto Moreno be winning the league? Absolute nonsense. So in goal they've got Lloris, Moreno, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Larola. Who's Larola? Who's this boy? Okay, they bought him from Sassuolo. Looks solid, but nothing spectacular. Eric Dyer, Arthur, whichever you prefer. Mandzukic on the left. I don't know why that works. He's not exactly the quickest player in the world, but look at that. 18 strength, 19 fitness. Oh my god, he's ridiculous. And it kind of makes sense now. Then you got Ali, Martins and Kane. That front four is a bit frightening. We've actually got quite a good record against Tottenham, if memory serves. So we did lose the last game, obviously, in the Carabao Cup. So we'll remind the boys of that. We'll go out there and let's give them a pasting. So, first game of the episode today. Let's hope it's a good one. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully this will be a good test of our first team, just to see where we rack up really in the league. And we've already played a lovely ball down the channel to Brenner. He whips it in, arps at the back post, and he's just headed it over. Oh God! I always feel confident when we are at home, when we're at the fortress that is the London Stadium. I tend to think that we're going to get the better of most teams, and it's been a very even start. We should really have scored that first chance. That would have been such a good start to the game. I mean, I've got another highlight here, 7 minutes in. Apologies if my voice goes halfway through this. I can feel a summer cold coming, so you can kind of hear the drone in it at the moment. So, apologies for all the coughing as well if that happens. Great ball over the top by Felix. He's searching out Arp. Arp's beating Sanchez to it. Arp. What? He's missed. What? Arp never misses. It's been a lightning start to the game. 8 minutes in. Now Spurs have a highlight. Mandzukic Fires it over to the roller. If they get a goal, we'll be so peed off because we should be so far ahead. Felix to Arp. The long ball, direct tactic is working. Arp, can he spot that run from Brenner? He's just going to keep going. Arp's gone round 1. He's gone round 2. Arp, whip it in. He whips it in. Brenner, back post. Tees it to Drinkwater, and it's 1-0. Is it a foul? It looks like it might be a foul. Please don't be a foul. Oh, come on. Apparently, Brenner pushing over play 9 minutes, and there's another highlight. The triple header is this is going to be a long episode if it carries on like this. Loftus-Cheek wins a superb header. This has been arguably the best start I think we've had in the game. Brilliant ball from Brenner to find Roboho. That is the worst finish. Have I got it on key highlights? Or is it on extent? No, it's on key highlights. It's just highlights galore. Another highlight on near the 20-minute mark. Danny Drinkwater whips the ball in. Delit heads it straight at Lloris. How have we not scored yet? Eric Dyer now on the ball. Plays it back out to Mandzukic. You can see the run from Dele Alli. He's got away from his man. Ali to Moreno. This is dangerous. Moreno gives the ball away. That's the Alberto Moreno I know. Now Brenner can get a run here at Alderweireld. Brenner. Good ball to Drinkwater. This has to be a goal. Drinkwater. Loftus-Cheek. Oh, this is absolutely taking the piss. And the problem is, like, to be fair, their conditioning is awful. Spurs, they've got loads of 70s going, 75s, and we're looking pretty good on the 84s, so that might play a part later on in the game. As we finally get another highlight, there was a little mini break there, and Moreno's thrown it straight to Kenneth Brenner. It's superb from Brenner. No one's going to catch him now. Not even Moreno. Away he goes, Brenner. Go on, keep going, son. Roast him. Whips it in, up, front post, bang, it's 1-0, and it's the least we deserve. We should be 3-0 up right now. Classic Moreno, throws the ball straight to Kenneth Brenner, and how many times as a Liverpool fan have I seen that? Moreno chugging back along the left touchline, trying to make up for an error. Terrific, superb. Lovely goal, great finish from Arp. And there's a highlight straight again from the kickoff. We've been all over Spurs in this game. Loftus-Cheek, can he pick the pass? He's found Brenner with a lovely ball. Brenner, it's on his wrong foot. It's a good save from Lloris. And Spurs haven't had a highlight yet, and that concerns me because it's still only 1-0. Tete, great ball down the line. Alderweireld shields it from Brenner. He's in trouble here though. He's got himself into trouble. Alderweireld clears it out. It's a poor clearance. Drinkwater does really well to control it under pressure from 2 Spurs midfielders. He sends a raking pass out to Roboho. Roboho whips it up. For flip's sake, just finish it. Half time. It's been by far our best performance, possibly I think I've ever seen from us in terms of just sheer quality of play. It's been absolutely exceptional. So the hour mark approaches. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has come off. He's done really well, but that knock's probably just given him a little bit of problems. And then we're going to bring on Manuel Lanzini. Victor Wanyama has come on for Alderweireld. So Spurs have used all their subs, and their conditioning looks pretty poor. This second half has literally just flown by. 83 minutes, 84. Just going to tell the boys to concentrate for the last bit of it. Kenny Tete's been brilliant, but he's absolutely knackered, and I can't afford for him to get sent off. So Johnny is going to come on for the last 5 minutes. Highlight, but it is ours. Johnny throws it into Danny Drinkwater. Come on, boys, make it 2. You deserve 2. Drinkwater back out to Johnny. Plays a lovely raking ball out towards Toussaint. To Brenner. Plays into Solanke. Dom carries it nicely out wide. Good ball back to... get that, Johnny. Good ball. Nicely playing to Toussaint. Toussaint to Solanke. To Lanzi. How many times? How many chances is that? We made 18 shots. Only 6 of them have been on target. And Spurs pile on a little bit of pressure to end the game. But it doesn't matter. It is a 1-0 win. It literally could have been 8-0. I kid you not. The highlight reel will be nuts. But I hope I don't have to edit too much of it out, because obviously this is a triple header and I don't want to make it a half an hour long video. But that was a pretty good performance, actually, I have to say. I was delighted with how they played. So that puts us only 1 point behind Spurs, and I'm still added United and Arsenal as well. It's quite tight at the top, actually. There's only 7 points separating the top 5 and only 8 separating the top 6. Obviously it's still... I was going to say it's early days, but we are nearing the halfway point of the season. So we are in with a chance at the moment. Loftus-Cheek got himself a twisted knee. I thought it was a head injury. So he's going to be out for 3 or 4 days, which means he's going to miss the City game, which is a bit disappointing. But Lanzini will get a run out at least. Brenner inspires win. That he did. City is actually only in 3 days' time on the Saturday, and then it's another 3 days to the Barcelona game. So there's not a lot of rest time for the boys. I shall see you for the City game in just a quick second. So here we are, the Man City game. they're still only in 10th and they're 13 points behind us already, so maybe this is actually just... I don't know if this is an off-season for them or if they're really just not with it. That's something like, who have they got then? They've still got to have some good players. To be fair, De Bruyne's injured, Sterling's injured, Rogic is injured, Benjamin Mendy suspended, but you still look at that side and think it should be doing better. Starting lineup for today then, Loftus-Cheek is going to come out. We'll bring in Manuel Lanzini. Emery Chan is nearing fitness to actually start some games for the team, which I'm really excited about. But as far as I'm concerned, we're going to go with the same lineup because, let's face it, the Barcelona match, as much as I want to win it, it is not as important as this City match. It really isn't. I know it sounds weird because obviously it's away at the Nou Camp. It's a huge game. It isn't as important as the league right now, especially after beating Spurs. I want to keep hitting hard and I want to keep the momentum going, especially at home. This Driussi boy looks quite good. Sebastian Driussi. Got him from Zenit, and yeah, he's pretty good. I'll scout him. We tend to play quite well at home, I've heard, so let's hope that continues. First part of the game now, and it looks like it's going to fall to City. Tierney running at Kenny Tete. Him and V Sane is going to be crucial today because Sane is still playing quite well. That's a great ball around the back, and oh my God, Driussi is missed. Or Driussi, I don't know how you say it. And there's another one here, but it looks like it's going to fall to City as Tierney knocks it inside to Gundogan. He dithers a bit on the ball, but finds Aguero. Gylfi Sigurdsson with a nice pass to John Stones. It's the way they click through the gears that scares me when you play City. Driussi, 1-0. It's the way they shift through the gears. It's literally one touch, two touch. There's an alright header out from De Ligt, but I have to say I think Felix and Co have gone a little bit to sleep there. Oxford got dragged out. It's really poor. It's not good. It's not good. But can we hit back immediately? There is a highlight straight away. I was going to tell the boys to show some passion, but I think I'm going to resist for the minute. Lanzini de Rabajo whips it in to Brenner. What a goal. What a response. Come on. Yes. Rabajo. Great whipped in ball. And that is a finish and a half. Just completely set the keeper out of the equation. Caught him on his heels. That's a great finish. It does look like Felix was the guilty party for the City goal, considering he's playing at 6.4, which kind of infers that he was the one that lost his marker. It did look like it from the highlight, to be fair, so disappointing, because he's had a really good season, so I don't want this to affect him too much. We came on really strong there at the end of that half, and I want that to continue. I'm going to tell. I'm pleased we're able to go and keep it up. But Felix with a solid header away, nothing spectacular though, and Gundogan's picked it up. Aguero, he's going to shift this out to John Stones, who's playing as a wing back. Driussi, come on, really? What a goal that is, and the home record is looking a little bit under pressure right now. Aguero did well, he held the ball up long enough. Well played by Stones to stay onside. He looks offside to me. But no one's even going up for it. It's probably just the camera angle. That is problematic. Call me a bit daft, but I just feel like we need something a bit more here. So it's a weird formation, I know, but I kind of feel like we just need to try and create something. Sisto will come on if we need him to, and I think we're probably going to need him. But I need to come up with something. We need to do something to make this game to at least create something. We've not done anything really in this game. I'm going to push forward. Come on, boys. We need to get an equaliser. And there is a highlight. 80 minutes. Ederson hoofs it. Kenny Tete wins the header. It's come straight to Gundogan. He heads it straight to Lanzini. Now we've got the overload on. We've got so many men forward. That's such a poor ball from Solanke. But it's fallen to Kenny Tete. We're quite lucky. This has got to be a good ball in. Tete to Brenner. To Solanke. It's a pen. Oh, come on. That looked like a pen for every single day of the week. Drinkwater, great flick on. Lanzini, up. It's fallen to Keane. Keane, he's at the bar. Up, somebody. Piss off. Alright, Drinkwater's coming off. He's been a bit shite. Sisto is coming on. Free kick. Lanzini, it's got to be good. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Who's going to take it? Brenner, obviously. Brenner is our penalty taker. Why was I questioning it? Come on, Kenneth. This is your moment. This is your moment. He's not missed many. And he doesn't miss this one. Get in, come on. I'm not backing out. I'm not. It's who blinks first. I'm not backing out. We are going to continue this formation. We've put them under so much pressure in the last 20 minutes of this game. It's been sensational football from West Ham. The home record stands. And it's a corner. Brenner Good clearance from Stones. Keane picks it up. Keane, brilliant ball back to Brenner. Brenner tees it to Felix. Felix, what a goal by Felix! What a goal! Oh, what a goal! That is an insane goal from our centre back. He was culpable for the first, but what a goal! Stones headed it clear. Keane, brilliant ball to find Brenner. This man can do no wrong. What a pass, and oh my sweet lord, what a hit that is. I would go defensive, but I don't have the players, and oh god, it's 91st minute and there's a highlight. Now City have gone attacking. Felix wins the ball. It's literally about whose attack is better right now. Solanke, he tries to thread it through to Brenner. Tierney gets there first. Ederson hoops it clear. We need to win this. De Ligt does win it. It's poor though. It's come to Gundogan, and Sigurdsson's on the break. Great play from Toussaint. What a covering tackle. Lanzini, Brenner. This is doing my voice no favours whatsoever. Solanke, he tees it to Arp, who's yet to get a goal. He's really missed out. Tete, shocking finish. I can't go defensive because I've taken all our defensive players off. I've made all the subs. And we've just got so many overloads. Brenner for the hat-trick. Is he going to tee it to Arp? He doesn't need to. It's a hat-trick and an assist for Kenneth Brenner. I love Arp. He's been ridiculous, but Kenneth is my hero. He is my favourite player in the game. I just love him. I love everything about him. What a goal this is. Superb. I should just play this tactic from the start. It's a brilliant ball over the top. Brenner, he could have passed it to Arp. It was never in doubt. It's the sign of a good clinical striker. And what a goal. What a performance. He has single-handedly turned this game on its head. At 80 minutes, we were dropping points. We were going down to third in the Premier League table. And we were going to lose our very long undefeated home streak. But Kenneth Brenner comes to the party when it matters most, and it is 4-2. What a game. Spalletti, the City boss, he doesn't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about it all day, all flipping night, mate. How do you top that? Hopefully a game at the Nou Camp. Hopefully it'll be a similar result. I can't see it happening, but I'm buzzing now. I'm absolutely buzzing. I shall see you at the Nou Camp for the game against Barcelona, but that was the biggest win of the episode. Even if we beat Barca, that was massive. Good. So here we are, Champions League. I hope they're not playing those kits, otherwise that's going to be some hell of a clash. So we're going to get back to our 5-2, well, it's not really a 5-2-3, it's like a 5-4-1, I think, if you like. You got Pau Lopez in goal, Felix, Oxford and Diop. De Ligt's going to get a rest today. Robocco retains the place at left back. I don't want Josh timing up against Messi. Kenny Tete is on the right. And then you've got Toussaint and Loftus-Cheek. Now Loftus-Cheek playing as a defensive line playmaker. Moise Keane, Sisto in behind Kenneth Brenner, because I can't afford to take him out of the squad after that performance. He's now rated at 4.5 stars as a complete centre forward. Unreal scenes. Their lineup looks quite similar to their previous one, though. They got Felix guy in behind. Oh, well, he's quite good. Obviously, the man to watch is Messi and probably Suarez as well, to be fair. They're both going to be as annoying as each other, but we'll see how we get on. We've been playing quite well recently, and frankly I'm just delighted with what I saw in that last game. I'm still riding on the high of the City game at the moment, and we actually have a free kick here. Roberto tees it in. It's not the best delivery he's ever done, but he's picked the ball back up and it's fallen to Toussaint. He squares it to Robocco, who's now found his way over to the right-hand side, which is interesting. Toussaint over to Keane. This is where we can get at them, because defensively they're not brilliant. Keane whips it in. Sisto. Oh, great save from ter Stegen. A wonderful save. Toussaint to Felix. Nice ball out to Keane. Now, is he going to have a run at his defender? Robocco. Brilliant ball over the top to find Brenner. Brenner goes through. Great tackle by Alba. Superb covering tackle. Half-time approaches and it's been quiet, it's fair to say. It's not been our best, most fluent performances. Barca have a corner. I'd be very disappointed if the goal we concede against Barcelona is from a set piece. Felix wanders around our defenders, and Coutinho, great save from Lopez. An entertaining first half, but at the same time, no goals, which is fine. I'm going to tell the boys that I'm very happy with what they've done. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Pierre and Sisto make way. Danny Drinkwater and Al Masani come on. I'm hoping Masani can do a little bit of bits here. He's very quick, so it's a good matchup against Alba. Let's see how he gets on. Nearing the final 5 minutes, and not a lot's really happened. It'd be very disappointing to be a 0-0 away at the Nou Camp. I thought there'd be goals aplenty considering the two teams. Mind you, we put out a slightly weakened team, I suppose, which actually makes this result even more satisfying if we do get away with a draw from it. But I just thought that there'd be goals. There's been chances, just pretty profligate finishing, really, in truth. As we enter the last 30 seconds, we're the ones doing the pressing. I wonder if there's a sneaky chance in here. Tete to Solanke to Toussaint. It's it. Oh dear, don't. I'd be laughing on the sidelines if I saw that. That's horrendous. As 94 minutes goes, a full time. We top the group. This has been pretty much the perfect episode. I hope Kenny Tete double checks his jeans tomorrow because he might find Phil Coutinho in there before he washes them. Every thought we get beaten today. Well, I've proven them wrong. No one cares. I don't care. We topped the group. Superb. So that normally would bring the episode to a close, but I've just realised that the actual Champions League draw is after the game against Brighton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that Brighton game off camera, and then we're going to come back and have the draw to end the episode because it feels like it's a nice place for it to finish because I want to do it live. I don't want to do it like pre-recorded, so we'll do it live. Then we get through the Brighton game. I'll be back with you in a minute. So viewers, before the Champions League draw, just a quick note to say we did have a very comfortable 4-0 win against Brighton. Brenner actually missed a penalty on the 47th minute, but then scored only 7 minutes later, and all our goals came in the second half. I gave the boys a bit of a kicking up at half time because we just weren't playing particularly well, but in the end, very, very comfortable. Brenner, Dillett, Moise Keane and Pierre Sisto, all of the goals. Job done. Now, onto the draw. Viewers, here we go. First knockout round of the Champions League draw. Let's see what we can do. Because obviously we actually got the first place in the group. So we're seeded. Along with Monaco, Inter, City, United, Paris Saint-Germain, Real, Leipzig, and then it's us. Oh God. So we could get Atletico, Bayern, Porto, Juve, Marseille, Roma or Shakhtar. Let's hope for anyone on that right hand side. Porto, Marseille or Shakhtar would be great. How are Bayern in there? They beat Spurs 6-0. Barcelona first out the hat. And they'll play Inter. Porto, come on, here we go. Of course. Porto play Real Madrid. Marseille. Yeah, of course they get United. Bayern. West Ham. Ooh, Bayern v City. Okay. Roma. Monaco. Madrid. Leipzig, so we have a choice of Juve or Shakhtar. Shakhtar. Okay, so we play Juventus. I'm still not thinking we're going to get through, but it will be Juventus who we will play in the Champions League next year. Well, at the turn of the calendar year, if you see what I mean. So what we'll do, we'll come back for the Crystal Palace and Chelsea games near the end of January, so that way you can see what I've been doing in the transfer window, because there will be signings. I've already made a move for a player that I'm really, really interested in. Looks amazing. And then obviously we can kind of decide what we want to do, if we want to head straight into the Champions League game against Juve after that, or we can go into the United and Sheffield Wednesday game, depending on how we feel. Thank you so much for watching the episode. It's been a good one today. I'm really happy with the way it's gone for a triple header to come out of it undefeated against Tottenham City and Barcelona. That ain't bad. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. Make sure you come back for the January transfer window special. And until I see you then, stay cool. Cheers.